tough saying this. My wife sent me an article about a lady, was it Raven Broski, that, you know, witness at her home, and this loss of her partner, her son, I believe her stepson, a 7-year-old kid and 7-month-old kid. She, like her husband, the guy she legally with, probably not together with in a romantic sense anymore, you know, just came and shot them all, except her. And, you know, she wished she would have died. She was begging him to murder her. She couldn't live with the pain. It's tough. How you see your own child get right there murdered, shot multiple times. One shot in the head, one shot multiple times. A guy that someone else that your partner, or, you know, I guess her boyfriend, wanted to leave the house. But her husband, it seemed what I'm reading about, what I read is that he has a abusive issue. So to finally, like, get away from him and get away from, I guess, the area where he's at, wherever she was going, I don't know. The guy just came and just murdered them. Huh. And you hear about this stuff like this pretty often. I've heard about stuff like this many times, where, and it's simply the guy. It's simply the guy that's girl's about to leave him, and he's utterly not wanting it, just utterly against it, and murders someone that wants to leave. And a lot of us men like to parade ourselves that we're so strong. We're so strong. We're so muscular and manly and big leaders, and I don't need God. I don't need to show emotion. I don't need. But then we do stuff like this. I'm not saying women are immune to doing it. Women have done a lot of egregious things as well, but at least as far as I've observed, and mostly men that do like the really like violent stuff, typically. And we know that this guy, you know, her husband, that he killed himself. So likely there was some drugs there, some alcohol was involved, you know, a lot of stuff that was destroying his cognitive ability, and his emotional well-being was obviously in disarray. But this is exactly what God talks about in the Bible, about not having false idols, not having any other God before him, because the wages of sin is death. And many people are going to say, oh, how could God allow this? There's no good God will lose. No good God will allow this. Once God takes away free will, it hurts. It sucks. What happened? Once God takes away free will, he takes away any capacity to love. We become mere robots. You know, and this guy was just obviously had this woman, his ex-girl, as on a super high pedestal, as his God, idolizing her, evidently probably thinking in his mind, oh, if I can't have you, no one can have you, caught up in his feelings, caught up in his emotions, not loving her enough to wish her the best and move on. You know, and rather than him deal with that pain of her leaving him, and maybe further separation from his kids, and, you know, that he would kill them instead. And different factors that I don't know about, obviously. I don't know all the dynamics. but there was idolatry there. Because if you will murder your own kid, and this woman, or not, or he left her alone. Probably want her to live with the consequences and live with that pain. He couldn't stand the thought of her living with somebody else, living with this man. You know, and how foolish, because when she get, Lord willing, she gets healed, she can find another man and live with this guy, live with that guy. And what do the kids have to be involved? Why are the kids? What do they have to do with anything? Why take their life? Because you want her to suffer. That's all. That's my opinion. He wanted her to suffer with the, you know, killed your boyfriend, killed our kid. Huh. And these same people at one moment would say that, oh, I love you. I'm sure that guy probably, her husband told her that many times, oh, I love you. We think we know what love is. We really don't. You really love someone, you're going to see how you act under pressure. When someone don't want you, or someone wants to leave you, or someone says something that you don't like. If you truly love this woman, you would have left her alone. He would have left her alone to live her life. But he idolized. It was some idolatry that was there. He couldn't stand the fact of her being with somebody else. All he's thinking about is her, but with someone, her or someone else. Couldn't stand it. And want to bring pain to her. Folk thinking about her. Rather than thinking about God. Thinking about a higher purpose. Let me switch my thoughts away from this person that doesn't want me and live my life, man. Above a woman, above a man, above people's expectations. Especially the way the world is, entertainment, movies. It's all about, you know, a lot of movies, music. It's about, you know, oh man, I can't live without you, baby. I can't live without you, baby. Oh man, can't live without you. What? And you don't think those words get embedded in our subconscious, in our soul, and at least people could do stuff like that? I'm not saying that's what it was, but I think there's a possibility there. I can't live without you, baby. You know, if you were to leave, you know, I would, you know, I don't know what I would do. All these things. It's the music that we love listening to, many of us. And then we blame God. Yeah, we're the ones that love murder in our entertainment. We relish murder in entertainment. You know, celebrate death, Halloween, and you know, all over the store, everything's celebrating death in the shirts and our clothes and our apparel. Death. You wear the shirts. Wear your shirt. Where on your shirt do you see people say, "Oh, love one another, forgive one another, love your enemies"? Where is it on the billboards? Where is it on buildings? Where is it on our shirts? You don't see it. On our cars, you don't see it. We're quick to celebrate death, and we're quick to have skulls on our shirts and curse words on our shirts, and you know, we're quick to quote see somebody get beat down in boxing, but to go out there and promote love, compassion, benevolence, many we don't do it. Yeah, we cry when bad things happen, and we don't think that we have a part to play in what we're pushing out there, light or darkness, and we want to blame God. Yeah, we don't blame ourselves for not pushing love, promoting love, going hard for love, going hard for compassion, going hard for forgiveness. We don't do it like the way I think we could. Oh, no, don't blame God, man. Let's blame ourselves. Blame people what we have done. So pray for this lady, pray for her family. I'm gonna pray for her, for sure. If you're in a crazy situation, domestic violence, abuse situation, get out. Get out. All right, y'all. Love you.